Would you let the enemy into your home knowing that they're your enemy?
Yeah, I answer your question and then you ask it the second time.
Would you say yes or no?
I said yes.
You would?
Yeah, I try to reason with them.
You are sensitive.
Jesse Lee Peterson mocks this sensitive beta male for his insane arguments as Jesse Lee Peterson interviews this climate change nutjob who thinks that Alexandria Cortez and the rest of the women running the left are smart and brilliant, and mocks this idiot for being essentially a limp dick. Let's get in.
I know you're going to agree with me on this one. You might not agree with anything else, but you will agree that this whole idea of climate change is just a way for them to steal our freedom. They want to control us.
I don't agree. The way they've already stolen our freedom is through making us a surveillance state, which George Bush did and then Obama expanded on. You got to look at what the intelligence community and the deep state has done. So climate change, so there's the oil lobby.
It's not real, though. It's just, this whole idea, it's hard for me to even discuss it with you because it's like discussing something that they're trying to make up. And then what it would do is have a conversation. It'll have a conversation with a group of people like those people that is totally insane. It would be like
what are they making up?
It would be like trying to convince my wife, if I had one, that she was sane. I know that she's insane.
Right. So what are they making up? Are they making up the satellite photos that show the polar ice caps melting, the rising sea levels, the extinction event, the climate
but
refugees?
They can't do anything about that.
Oh, really?
The Earth has always been in control of the Earth since mankind. And things in climate is always changing.
There's 5
things are always happening.
islands of floating garbage.
And
who created that?
I mean, we need to keep the Earth clean as possible, but we don't need a crazy, nutty woman like Cortez trying to tell us how to do it. She can't even run her own life.
Yeah, that I don't agree on that. There's the evidence. So 97.
The woman is living with a man that she's not even married to.
Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Thank you.
Yeah. I think that's.
Now, would you want a woman telling you what to do if she's living with a man that she's not even married to?
Yeah, I don't care.
Would you want a woman like that telling you, a sensitive man, what to do?
She's not this. She's a politician.
No, would you want her telling you what to do though?
I don't want anyone telling me what to do.
Especially her, right?
Well, all right. You're trying to box me into a thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking you.
Come on, dude.
I'm just asking you a man-to-man question. Would you want a nutty woman like that who's living with a man that she's not married to telling you what to do?
No, you're bringing this question up because I pointed out the fact that climate change is not cyclical. It's happening right now.
That's not why I'm bringing this up.
Yeah, you are. You didn't answer my question.
What?
You answer questions with a question. So that's how I know you're not answering.
But you're my guest. So what do you say? Would you want a woman like that telling you what to do when she's living with a man and not married to?
Yeah, if I agree with her positions, I don't care what her personal life is.
You are sensitive.
I want what's right.
Are you going to cry before this is over?
I don't know. If I do, I might swing too.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I know karate.
No, you don't.
I know judo.
No, you don't.
I know Joe.
No, you don't.
Okay. What do you think about these 4 radical women in Congress, Omar, Cortez, Tlaib, and Presley?
Look, I think they're actually breaking the. We have a kleptocracy run by oligarchs. Okay, there's the 1%, and they run and control everything. And so the Republican Party's owned by like the NRA. The Democrats are owned by AIPAC. Both parties are controlled by the oil lobby and the big pharmaceutical companies and the banks.
And so for those reasons, you're going to go in and agree with 4 insane, illogical, just nutty women because you don't agree with these things?
I don't think, well, you're presupposing that I agree with you. I do not agree with you that they're insane, nutty women. I think they're bringing
You think they're sane?
Yeah, I think they're bringing up really good.
Do you smoke pot?
No, I'm sober.
Well, you probably need to smoke some.
Well,
folks, let me know in the comments what you think, but any guy who's going to agree that Alexandria Cortez and the rest of these nutjob women on the left are anything but insane to even suggest that they're, smart and intelligent and they're, getting anything done. Any guy who says that, I'm sorry, I cannot listen to almost anything else you got to say. I'm sure you're not wrong on everything, but if you can think that just shows me where your mind space is at. You are a beta soy boy to even believe that anything that comes out of their mouth makes anything better at all, because you're just lying to yourself. I would like to see Jesse pull out some karate on this guy. That might actually be funny. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. Let's get back in.
So you don't. So if you think they're insane, so you think what? Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump are sane men?
Wait until I get to that.
Oh,
I got
man.
good news for you about that. There's this woman, Representative Presley. Presley, I'm sorry.
Okay.
She's one of the nutcases. She said that they don't need brown people who don't want to be a brown voice in that progressive. Meaning that all brown people got to act and say what they do. If not, they don't need them.
No, it's not. That's identity politics, and that's by design to keep the left divided.
Is that evil for her to say that?
I don't know if it's evil, but it's definitely identity. Identity politics has been very successful at keeping the left divided.
Is that insane for her to say that?
As I've said now for the third time, no.
Are you happy that Israel denied entrance to Omar, Representative Omar and Tlaib?
It shows the hypocrisy of America that if another country were to deny two other, like let's say Russia denied Mitch McConnell and Susan Collins entry into Russia, everyone would be up in arms. How can they do that? They're a crazy state, but Israel does it and we're like, good for them. It just shows how Israel, AIPAC controls us. They own us. You
And
follow
so
the money.
if
So if you follow
someone-
the money, you can see who controls what.
If you knew that someone was your enemy before they came into your home, it's clear that Omar and Tlaib are the enemies of America and of Israel.
Do you know what it-
know that in advance, right?
Sure.
And so knowing that, and then they want to come into your home, would you let them in?
They're Congress. They're Congress. They're
Would
representing
you
the United
let them
States.
in first? Then I want to.
Well, let me ask you this. According to this thing, because I think I know your answer to this, right? So
Right.
you wouldn't let them in, correct? Of hell no, hell no, no way. Okay, so you know
Would
who
you?
the head of the CIA?
No, that's not
no,
what
no,
the CIA
answer my,
yet.
I'm gonna, answer my,
No,
I'm gonna show you.
no. Then I will respond to your question.
Okay.
Would you let your enemy in if you know in advance that they're your enemy? Would you let them into your home?
I would try to make them. Let's sit down and talk reasonably.
Would you let them into your home if you knew they were your enemies before?
If the head of the CIA said,
I ain't
listen,
asked about no CIA. Would you let the enemy into your home knowing that they're your enemy?
Yeah, I answer your question and then you ask it the second
Would you
time.
say yes or no?
I said yes.
You would?
Yeah, I try to reason with them.
You are sensitive.
It's the
Only a
it's the
woman would do that.
No, it's the code of the samurai. You need to study samurai code. Victory comes with the sword.
Is samurai sensitive too?
Yeah, they
Well,
were
you better drop
calligraphers.
samurai.
Well, they also had swords. They were trained killers.
Well, he wasn't doing anything with them.
Yo, Jesse Lee Peterson is exactly right. This beta male simp is just absolutely too sensitive. Like this is the moral arrogance of the left. Like they try to do this and act like they're such good people, but these are the people who have no problem with all the millions of illegals coming across the border. This is those people. Like he has no problem with all these, criminals coming across. Oh, let's have a talk after you come in and hurt a bunch of our fellow neighbors. Like this is the insanity of these people on the left. Like they just have no sense of awareness, no sense of security, no sense of boundaries. They just think, oh, everyone can just be this pure moral good person. And it's like you live in a fantasy world. But folks, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Jesse Lee Peterson had to say mocking this sensitive soy boy beta male in this clip. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.